For more information, visit nicblocko.weebly.com.
Let's talk about an area in Minecraft, an exciting area, and how you might have expanded upon it. Let's do that.
Yeah, and this is connected to the Ender Dragon fight. You all know that once you've defeated the Ender Dragon, there's not much to do in the end. So we wanted to expand the end and make it infinite like the other dimensions. So how that is going to work, I'm not going to explain everything, but essentially in addition to the middle island, there will be many islands. And there will be more things to find on these islands, so we can, let's see here. I have a...
The new thing is called the End Gateway, because otherwise we've already got an End Portal, and we were internally referring it to the End Portal, which is really weird. So it's the End Gateway, there we go.
Okay, can put this on the screen?
On screen.
Might be very difficult to see because it's black, and we didn't think that through with the projector, but it is essentially the End Portal, a full solid block inside the structure. And you will notice it's only 1 block tall. Maybe you can figure out what to do with that.
Yeah, so I recorded this with a potato.
That's a massive spoiler for a late part of the presentation, Jens.
When you reach these other islands, you will find this curious new environment, and we have added a new dungeon, which currently goes under the name of the End City. That's the programmer name, and they have a tendency to stick. But you can see it's a teaser. I think the video shows more than what I can say.
That looks like a kind of spooky place with the super tall structures. What is that?
I'm going to show you in one moment. You can repeat it once more so you get a second chance to see. So when I was working on this, I wanted, when we add things in the different dimension, we want to stay on that dimension. So when I created this, I didn't want to use any stone or anything that come from the overworld or nor netherrack or anything like that. So I wanted to create new blocks to build this with. And in the end, the color scheme is more or less yellow, purple, and black. So I added these new purple blocks and that little creature. And whenever we add new blocks, we want them to be infinite. So you can see these plant things that I walk around here. They are currently called chorus plants, and they can be farmed for fruit, which in turn can be used for creating more of these purple blocks. So I'm gonna show this here. Let's see.
I love that.
So now I'm collecting a bunch of chorus fruit.
Thank you.
So much enthusiasm for the chorus fruits. Yeah.
It was a video clip clapping.
I'm sure everyone will agree. The particle effects are just so much fun.
So in order to replant this, you will need to do a special technique because the chorus fruit itself cannot be replanted. But you actually need to reach for the flowers that are in the top. But I will let you explore this on your own when you get a chance to try the first 1.9 snapshot that will be released very soon. Soon. Okay. So when I created these new dungeons, I wanted to add a new hostile mob. So I was thinking about different ideas, and the one I settled on was actually I wanted to create a kind of complicated block mob that would camouflage itself in the environment. So my idea was that it would attach to blocks and take the texture of the block it was sitting on. I also had a kind of complex model. It had a lot of details and stuff. But while I was developing it, I realized that maybe I was overcomplicating things. It also turned out to be very challenging to do the texture copying thing in the current code base. Maybe we can do it in the future, so maybe for a new mob. So I decided to simplify it, but this block you're looking at now, it's called the SHULKER. And we invented that name. It's essentially a shell lurker in one word.
Programmers are great at naming things.
And it kind of can... it will open up and shoot these projectiles that you could see in the other clip. And, oops, you can't close it like this. Go away. And because they are like a block mob, I wanted the projectiles to also follow more or less the block world of Minecraft. So you can see they take kind of curious paths towards the targets. And in this particular case, I used a command to put one of the shulkers in a team, so they will become hostile to other teams. So you can actually use that in custom maps to have shulkers that are part of one player team but not the other, and you can use them as defense mobs. I'm sure people will find out fun things to do with that.
What happens if I get hit by a shulker's projectile?
Well, first of all, you take damage, surprisingly, right?
Yeah, okay.
But I also wanted them to make to be more interesting in a sense that these end cities, they are very vertical, and in the end, there's a lot of these islands and very hard to traverse. So I wanted to give them another kind of attribute that would make them more interesting to fight. And not only that, as you could see in the previous clip, you can actually knock away the projectiles, but they will give you a special effect, as I'm going to show you in the next clip. So now I'm inside an end city. You can watch. Yeah, so that's what...
Cool. That's cool.
So, yes, what Owen was hinting at and what I was trying to tease was that these projectiles will give you the levitation potion effect, which will be a new effect in 1.9. And, yeah, you can turn that on. It makes these fights really, really interesting and complicated, because once you get hit, you can't escape. You have to figure out a new way to deal with your situation. But the interesting thing is also, as I said, it's very vertical, and there are a lot of islands, a lot of void. You can abuse this. You can let yourself get shot on purpose, because it will let you take huge leaps or across to other areas. So they have a double-edged sword. It's not the correct term for this particular thing, but they have more. They can be used. Yeah.
That's super cool. That's going to be super fun to encounter, for sure.